Guys, Jeffrey Paul Nelson, your host. Let him hear you one more time.
Yeah.
I won't hold it against you if you don't, though. That's okay. He and I co-starred in a sketch recently that went on YouTube. It's gone viral if you count 400 views as viral. He plays a very self-absorbed, vapid, empty person, so lots of acting chops on that guy. No, but I'll be honest with you, I'll tell you the truth. When I met Jeff, this was a couple years ago, when I met Jeff, I didn't really like him. Guys, thank you for coming out tonight. Yourselves a round of applause, supporting live, local Kansas City comedy. Seriously, it's really cool that you guys are here. All right, fuck it. Let's not worry about it. I'm excited to be here. This is kind of a cool room. There's like lots of things. There's a lot going on. Just a pregnant clay sculpture with no head. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Whoever made this was like, this is a keeper. That's a cool spot. I perform in a lot of weird places. I do shows around Missouri typically. Have you ever been to Springfield, Missouri before? Yeah. That's about what it deserves. Maybe even too much. I don't know. We may not be talking. There's like 18 Springfields. Springfield, Missouri. I did a show in like a bar in Springfield, Missouri, not terribly long ago, and it was like a bar show. It was like a dive bar-y kind of show. That guy was there. Did you hear the train earlier during Jeff's set, by the way? It really bugged me they didn't address it. I don't know how he would have effectively on stage, but like maybe he could have done something silly, like, oh, there's my ride, like kind of. I don't know. But I did a show in Springfield, Missouri. It was like a dive bar. It's like a really creepy, weird place. And it's like one of those dive bars, like you go to the bathrooms at these dive bars, and like people will write fucking insanity on the walls of these dive bar bathrooms. Like, I don't know. Like, they don't have Twitter, but they have, like, hate inside. They gotta get out somehow. And it's got a fucking screw. And there's this bar in Springfield, Missouri. Was the weirdest example that I've ever seen. Like, somebody on the way out of the men's room, they wrote, kill cops, smoke weed, etc. Like, ETC, ... Couldn't think of a third one. It was like, kill cops, smoke weed. They'll get it. Let's not split hairs here. You know what would really spice up this aggressive bathroom graffiti? Latin. I tried to bring it up at the show in Springfield. I was like, guys, someone in the men's room wrote kill cops, and they went, woo! I'm like, that's not what I was trying to go for. I'm trying not to go back there, I guess. I don't know. I live in Kansas. I live here now. I live kind of over by the Liberty Memorial-ish, in that general part of town, kind of close to Westport. I was walking back to my apartment late the other night alone. It's probably like 2 in the morning. I was walking back to my apartment, and I was walking, and a car pulled up next to me. And I looked over at them, and there's a car full of guys, and they looked over at me, and the guy leaned out of the car, and he looked at me, and he yelled, I'd hate to misquote him. He yelled, "Yo, are you looking to get fucked?" And I wasn't. But I still panicked and nodded like a crazy person. I was like, yeah, sure, just leave me alone. And he leaned out of his car again and he yelled, "Well, good luck then!" And he drove away. Like, what an aggressively friendly neighborhood I moved to. I don't know. I do a lot of shows in Kansas City. I do a lot of open mics in Kansas City. That's where anybody can go on stage and say whatever they want, and it's usually bad. I don't know. I did an open mic in Kansas City not terribly long ago, and there was a guy on stage. There was a white guy on stage, and the white guy told a black joke, and there was only like one black guy in the whole room. So like tonight, basically. Whatever. And when the white guy told the black joke, everyone in the audience went and like looked at the black guy to like make sure that it was cool. And I hope you guys can see my face okay. The black guy, he did something like this. He was like, like, I don't know if you've ever seen Gladiator. He was like black comedy Caesar. He was like, Yeah, that's good. All right, he shall live. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. I saw a white guy use the N-word on stage before. I don't know if you've ever seen that before. Because you're about to. Just kidding. But a white guy used the N-word on stage once, and there was a black guy kind of toward the back of the room, and he yelled out. The black guy yelled out. He was like, "Hey, that's your one!" And I was like, Do we get one? Nope. Not falling for that shit. I don't like that one bit. Nobody's gonna visit me in that hospital. It's Valentine's Day. People in love or not. I don't know. Whatever works. I have a friend who's in a polyamorous relationship. I don't know if you guys know what that means. I didn't before she told me about it. It means like you date multiple people at the same time. And I had never understood it before, and she was telling me about it, and she was like really trying to explain it to me. She was passionate about it. She was like, "Ryan, is that a dog?" You guys are in the wrong place. There's a dog here. The comics were funny, but the dog, I don't know. I was probably telling a joke. But seriously, guys, I like your quarter zip. I don't know why I'm doing this right now. Yeah, she's in a polyamorous relationship, my friend is. Her name's Katie. She's a very nice person. And she was telling me about it. She was like, "Ryan," because I didn't know what it meant. I was like, "Polyamorous, what's it?" And she was like, "Ryan, polyamorous means that my love extends to multiple people at the same time. Like, my love is deep and complex, and like I can love one person for one reason and love someone else for a different reason." And she was talking about this, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, wow, that's really interesting. Like, I can't speak for every guy ever, but I wish I had thought of that shit. Baby, I'm not cheating on you. I'm polyamorous-ing. I love you because you're smart and you're kind and you've got a great heart. And I love Crystal because you got like a fat ass. And it's love. It's love. Don't judge our love. Come on. I don't know. There's one thing that I don't like about people who are in open relationships. Like, if you just look at them physically, like, they don't look like they should be fucking anyone. Let alone several people. I don't know. Like, they always look like those kids in high school who were, like, really into A Nightmare Before Christmas. Yes, I'm so glad that resonates with everybody. Like, there was the kid in the backpack, it's like, Hot Topic's the fucking best store. Like, for some reason, whatever, that's his genitals doing that. Yeah, I don't know. You ever find out you're in an open relationship? Oh, there's no taking back that Sunday, huh? Right, guys? You feel like a real all-American reject after that one, huh? Come on, guys. Talk about an all-time low, huh? Is this thing on? Yeah, they're pretty good socks, whatever. You walk into your bedroom, and you're just like, oh, I had no idea I was this open-minded. Ah. I'll tell you what I don't know. I'll tell you what my problem really, if I'm being sincere with the open relationship thing, is that I think that a lot of people's problem with it is the open part. You know, multiple people, it's jealousy. I think that's pretty understandable. Like, my problem is like the relationship part. Like, why? Like, do whatever you want, but like, why is it still a relationship? Am I making sense? I don't know how to convey. Like, why do I still have to do boyfriend stuff while there's somebody who gets to just fuck her? Does that make sense? Like, I still have to, like, go to the pumpkin patch with her. Or, like, I still have to, like, help her grandma fix her computer. Like, her car breaks down and I gotta go help her and then drive her to Troy's house. Like, fuck Troy! Like, don't fuck Troy! You know what I'm saying? If you have to, it's not fair. There's no reciprocity. If you get to fuck my girlfriend, you should also have to come to family Thanksgiving. That's what I'm trying to say. And then we're all there, all of the boyfriends are there. There's not enough food! And Troy's like, I brought potato salad. It's like a family recipe. Troy! He's the favorite now. Fuck. I don't know, it just seems like The Bachelor, but nobody ever has to leave the house. That's what it sounds like. Everybody gets a rose. Fuck it. Who wants to drive me to the airport? Right. I think this is going pretty well so far. I just want to say that really quick, because this next part could go either way. On the topic of relationship stuff and sex stuff, and you hear strangers say silly things in public sometimes as you pass, like they're in part of their own conversation. I was in public recently and I heard a guy say, he was like on the phone, and he was like, yeah, like women don't come. And I was like, at the bank? Like that's where we are? Like, no, probably not. Like I don't know why. And I don't know, like that was a pretty ridiculous moment, but like I was thinking about it, like I think that the reason why like some guys think that is because like they watch pornography where it's just over the top and fake, like and you can even catch it sometimes how fake it is, like there will be a woman in a porn film, I don't know why I said it like that, but she'll be like, oh my god, hey, is that my phone? Oh, it's not? Okay, cool. And it's just phony, but I think that the thing is, I already don't know how I feel about what I'm about to say. Here's the thing, you know if it's going well. If you make because the thing about orgasming is you don't care what sound you're making. It's probably not a pretty sound. It's not becoming, it's not attractive, but you don't care because the moment itself is so good. So like, if you make a woman make a sound like if you make a woman make a sound like she just tasted something hot that she didn't know was going to be hot. If you make a girl sound like the Cookie Monster, basically. If you make that bitch sound like the Cookie Monster, damn that cookie good. That's some good dick. That's what that is. That's some quality penis you're doing. Good job, sport. Keep up the good work. And the principle of what I'm saying applies in the other direction as well for guys. Ladies. If you make a guy go like, whoo. Like if it's a combination between like, if it sounds like Michael Jackson's Ghost. That's some good, you keep up, ladies. Fantastic. That's something. I'm so happy that bit worked. Keep it going for me, everybody. Yes. I have a little brother who's autistic. Yeah, whatever. It'll be okay. You guys trust me by now. I have a little brother who's autistic, and that can mean a number of things. It's a spectrum disorder. It can mean a number. One for him, he's relatively nonverbal. He's very bad with learning language. He's very bad with learning names. I remember one time I brought a girl home to meet with him, a girl I was dating. I was like, "Hey, buddy, this is Michaela," and he was like, "Cynthia?" And I was like, "No, Cynthia was my ex's name." I was like, "No, Michaela," and he finally learned Michaela's name, but then Michaela and I broke up. So then I brought home another new girl whose name was Samantha. And I was like, "Hey, buddy, this is Samantha." And he was like, "Michaela?" I was like, No, Samantha. Again, learned Samantha's name just in time for Samantha and I to break up. So I brought home another new girl whose name was Rachel. And I was like, "Hey, buddy, this is Rachel." And he was like, "Samantha?" And I was like, No, Rachel. And he goes, "Dude, what the fuck is your problem?" How am I the one seeing a psychiatrist and not you, actually? I don't know. Mom is so worried about you, way more than she's worried about me. I don't know if you... I'm the one with the problem. What about you? What about your problem? What about your fucking problem? My shitty relationships cured his autism, guys. I was counting on that joke doing better, but we don't have to dwell on it. I'll do one more little bit for you. I'll tell you guys a little story, and then I'll get out of here, and then your headliner will come up and will do a wonderful job. Sometimes things aren't going well, and then you have a hard time talking about it. Like I remember, like, and sometimes it doesn't really, like, I remember one time, like, somebody was just like, hey, Ryan, how's it going? And I was like, I'm fucking happy! And that's not tonally appropriate. And it's like, oh, Ryan, like, some of you who may know me, like, Ryan, didn't you get into a fist fight after a comedy show not terribly long ago? Oh, yeah. Maybe that story is my closer. Yeah, let's figure it out. I was at the show, and I did my time, and it went okay, I guess, but, like, afterwards, like, I was kind of, like, in a bad mood. I was in a dark place. I can't really explain it. Like everybody has their own, like, darkness, but, like, Ryan Trickey darkness is, I'm not going to get in my car and drive home until someone's crying, but I'm not excluded from that. So one way or another, we're going to figure it out. I don't know, this last part's weird. I think we'll be okay, though. Remember earlier when I made all the coming noises? Nothing will ever take that away from us. I was at this show, I was after the show, and everybody's hanging out, like, drinking and whatever, and I'd been drinking a lot, and there was this guy, like, separate from my group of friends, and I didn't know him, and he was just being loud and rambunctious, and, like, and he had, like, a draft beer in his hands, like a glass full of beer. And he came over to me and my friends, and I just hated him right off the bat. He was just so, he came over, he said something about my hair, which, like, fucking don't. Like, and he was just like, hey, man, like, he was just awful. And like I said, he had a draft beer in his hand, and I looked at him and I was like, hey, man, that looks really good. Can I get, like, a little sip of that? And he was like, yeah, man. And he handed me his beer, and I took it, and I went to, like, fake take a drink, but then I dumped the entire thing out over my shoulder. Which I thought was funny. I still kind of think it was a little funny. He didn't love it. And then I handed him the glass back, like, hey man, that was awesome, thanks. Which, by the way, if you ever have the chance, don't hand the angry drunk guy the weapon, if you can help it. And he looked at me and he was just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, that was my beer. Like, I paid like $7 for that. You just dumped the whole thing out. What's wrong with you? And I was like, whatever, man. Like, we traded somehow. Like, and I was like, whatever, dude, it's fine. It's like, it's not fine. He was like, it's not fine. Like, you just wasted my beer. I could kick your fucking ass for that. And I was like, ooh. I just became like such an asshole, like, right? And I offered to buy him another beer, and I was like, let's go buy you another beer, man, let's make it right. And he was just like, it's too late for you to buy me another beer, like, you already wasted my beer, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking face. I was like, oh, you don't want another beer, maybe want some salsa for that chip on your shoulder. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to diffuse a violent situation before, but this is not the way. And then his girlfriend tries to get involved. His girl was there. She like tries to like get in between he and I. And like she's trying to like get him to calm down and me to shut up, and neither one is fucking happening. And then finally I said this, and I think this is what really sparked the fuse. I think I said something to the effect of like, baby boy's just mad because I spilled his bottle. Which somehow worse than this. I didn't think I could top it, but I fucking did. He punched me in the face. He punched me in this eye, and I kind of reeled back a little bit, and I was like shook, and I opened my eyes, and there was like a wall. There was like a support beam. Like I kind of hit that, and I opened my eyes again, and he's on the ground now. Like the bouncer got him. Because the bouncer probably saw the whole thing, like, these fucking idiots are going to make me work. And my friends are involved. And my friends are good guys. Like, one of my friends they're not, like, fighting him, they're trying to help. Like, one of my friends is, like, trying to, like, help him up. And then the other friend is, like, offering to, like, give him cash to, like, pay for the beer that I was. My friends are really nice. And, like, as the guy is getting ushered by the bouncer into the parking lot, he's getting ushered away, he yells back with tears in his eyes, check. He yells back, your friends are so nice! Has that ever happened to you before? Have you ever punched in the face and then summed up perfectly? In haiku, no less. You guys caught that last bit? Your friends are so nice, but you are such an asshole. You do not make sense. One of my buddies was like, hey man, you doing alright? And I was like, what, after that run-in with that fucking warrior poet? And like the next morning I had like a family function to go to, like I had a family thing and I went there and I had like the black eye and stuff and like, it was just, you know, the things you gotta deal with when you're at. It's like, what happened to you? What's going on? And I was like, oh, nothing's going on, I'm fine. It's like, what do you mean nothing's going on? You got punched in the face, clearly, like, what's going on? It's like, nothing's going on, I'm fine. It's like, clearly you're going through something, tell us what's going on. I'm fucking happy! I'm fucking happy! Okay, quit asking, alright? Fucking grandmother? Alright. You guys have been really fun. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your